Hey guys, and welcome to the live show on this Monday, the 30th of November. And we have special guest RobTheLegacy. Yes, he's a gamer streamer, and we'll be talking about gaming, streaming, and of course, his new toy, the Xbox Series X. And of course, we'll talk a little bit about how he got into gaming, how he got into the hardware, and stuff like that. Okay, let's bring up the agenda and see what we have for this today's show. So, as you can see, we do the usual. The news and updates on our website, FunkyKit and AMD 3D. And then, of course, we'll bring in Rob, the Legacy. That's his handle. And then we'll do Rig Builder, as usual, our system configurator on our website. And then we do the Mods of the Week. Yes, we got the Mods of the Week. Yes.
Time for
Mods of the Week. Yes. And then, of course, then we'll have a little break. And then we'll go back onto the chat and we'll talk about the Xbox Series X, which is Rob's new toy. And then a little bit about streaming and some of the hardware that he's been getting involved with. And then we'll do the prize giveaway announcements. And, of course, we've got a live prize giveaway. Yes, we're giving one of these away. Yes, one of these. It's a Supersonic. I think it's a Sonic. Yeah, Supersonic Rage. You can see it. Oh, come on, camera. Oh, it's not showing up. But anyway, it's a USB stick, 128 gig size. So we're going to give one of these away. And then we'll wrap it up with next week's preview. All right, let's bring up the website and have a look what's in the store for us. Okay, FunkyKit, yes. Let's have a look at some of the reviews that we've done in the past week. And this one's a new one. This is the Cougar Mars 120 gaming desk. Yes, this one is reviewed by Chris. This is the smaller version of the original Cougar Mars. And it's got RGB. It's a nice little desk for your PC. I guess you could put that on the side or the bottom here. Then the monitor goes on top. So yeah, this one is not bad. It's kind of like compact. And it fits most stuff, and you can see the quality build as well. This one is going for around $250 US, so check that out on Amazon as well. So yeah, check out the review on our website, FunkyKit. This is the Cougar Mars 120 gaming desk. And then we'll go back onto the reviews. I think we'll also cover this one. Another Cougar product. This is the Dark Blader X5 RGB mid-tower case. So this one has the main feature of this case is the fans. It comes with 320 RGB fans, and it looks amazing. Look at that. Very good price as well. You wouldn't believe the price. This one is only $120, so check that out as well. Check out the review on our website, FunkyKit. And then moving on, some of the other reviews that we've done. This one is the SO-DIMM. So if you have a gaming laptop, then these upgrades are really good. 32 gig DDR4 3200 RAM SO-DIMM from Silicon Power. You can actually upgrade yourself if you need to, and it gives you a little bit of a memory performance boost as well. So these are not too bad. These priced at $116 for 2 sticks of 16 gig each. That's 32 gig in total of the DDR4 3200. And then finally, we done this one. This is the Cooler Master V750 power supply. It's the white edition with modular cables, and it has well, basically it's just a power supply. But yeah, you need about 750 watts or above for all the latest graphics cards. If you have a beefier one, you might want to consider 850. But this one is 140. It's a little bit expensive, but hey, it's a nice 80 plus gold. So you want that stability, you want the quality, and this is what is you're getting. And of course, if you have any white theme build, then this would be good as well. All right, so these are the reviews on FunkyKit. Let's have a look on AMD 3D. All right, let's have a look at the AMD 3D site. This is the sister site of our main site. So this is all to do with AMD. Any AMD related stuff, AMD, Radeon, whether it's Threadripper, Ryzen, even Xbox, and of course PS5. We got some of the news. You can see Xbox Series X can actually run PS2 games with the emulation. Yeah, so that's something interesting. You want to check that out. There's also the Radeon RX 6800 XT in this kind of anime edition. Let me just bring up, let's look at the ads. Let's get rid of the ads. Here you go. That's very nice. Some people might like it, some people don't. It's already kind of modded, so I do like it. It saves me the hassle from modding the actual graphics card. So here we go. It's not too bad. It's all right. Okay, let's move back out and have a look what else is on the news. We got the Next gen update for Star Wars Squadron. That's up to 4K, 120 frames per second. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but hey, some of the updates for the newer games for next gen upgrades, they can run up to 4K. So that's what the new Xbox X and PS5 is capable of. Other stuff, including this one. This is interesting. This is news about the ASRock motherboard manufacturer. They're actually making the Ryzen Edition Tai Chi motherboards. So this would be interesting. It comes with all the chroma RGB from Razer, and it's a perfect match for all the gamers. Let me bring up some of the shots here. Here we go. We got this one. It's interesting. It's just basically RGB. Everybody's into RGB, right?
Yeah, that's RGB.
All right. Okay. Let's go back into the AMD site, AMD 3D site, and you can see some of the news and announcements. And this is interesting as well. So the 6700 XT is going to be out soon. I'm not sure when, sometime December possibly, and they actually can clock quite well. So if you're into overclocking, then you might want to check this out, because you can actually overclock these and actually get some good performance as well. So yeah, anything to do with AMD related products, motherboards, processors, gaming, check out the AMD 3D website, our sister site at amd3d.com. All right, so those are the websites covered. Let's have a look at some of the chats. Who's online? We got Astro, iGrandparents, Darren Ashlock. Yeah, welcome to the show. Stealth, I remember. Okay, yeah, sure. All right, okay. Let's bring in our special guest, Rob. Let me just switch the screen. So, Rob, introduce yourself, see what you do, and of course, you're a gamer, streamer. Tell us about yourself, your channel, and of course, what you do with this channel that you have.
Oh, okay. Yeah, hi guys, my name is Rob. I tend to play a lot of different games. I'm a variety streamer. Right. I try to promote fitness as well, which you didn't mention, of course, but I am very into fitness and gaming at the same time. Promotion of health is beneficial, but not for everyone. And I don't care entirely about your lifestyle. It's your own choice.
Yeah.
But it's a beautiful thing to be healthy.
That's true. That's true.
That being said, I prefer electronics. Sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, I skip 2 days at the gym if I'm hardcore into WoW right now. World of Warcraft pulled me in.
Yeah, so Rob, tell me how actually you got yourself into gaming. I mean, was this something that you always been into gaming?
I mean, the first game I've ever played was Lion King on Sega. Sega Genesis.
Oh my god, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, that's, what was I, like 4? I think I was like 4, maybe a little younger.
Right.
I can't remember the exact time, but yeah. So Sega Genesis was the start of the gameplay. Got into the Nintendo 64 Legend of Zelda, which I have a pretty cool tattoo of Legend of Zelda on my arm, if I can get it on the stream.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
And it's pretty cool. Actually, I can't show you guys pretty well, but yeah,
that's
pretty cool.
That's a nice tattoo.
Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild. And
cool.
Essentially, yeah, grew from Sega Genesis to Nintendo 64 to PlayStation, and then PC, which PC is a very interesting story because my mom had actually moved into this house where it was called PC Magic.
PC Magic?
Yeah. And this guy had in the garage all his old hardware. He didn't use it. He just left it there.
Like PC hardware?
Like none of it was working. Yeah, none of it was working.
All right, okay.
None of it, like, he said none of it was working. Well, I saw MapleStory and my buddy was playing it, and I really wanted to play MapleStory at that time. Like, I was so interested. And I was like, iGrandparents, this is the Razer Warhammers. Yeah, Warhammers, I believe. And they're pretty good. But when I was doing that, like, I walked in there because my friend was playing MapleStory, and I'm like, I wonder if any of these computers work. Any of them at all. So I'd plug them in.
Well,
no, the first one didn't work. Kept going and going. And then in this corner of this room is a book. It's a big book.
Right.
And I'm like, when I was younger, I kind of skipped that part. But when I was younger, I saw this guy build a PC for my mom to use. Um, she let go of that really quickly. But after watching him build this computer, that's what made me interested in going into this garage. Well, that being said, this book was in there. It's a manual of how to build computers and build them appropriately. So I started taking apart everything in there. Like I'm like from left to right, I'm like, I'm gonna make a computer work in here. And so at the time it was like one of the I think it was the Pentium processors.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was. And so I got that one, I took it out, I put it in this motherboard, and then I turned it on like after like plugging in the cords, and I was like, okay. So it started doing all the crazy stuff, and I was like,
the beeps and all the noises.
Yeah. And I'm like, what is missing? Like, it's on. It's finally on. And and then I took out I took it apart again, and I kept fiddling, and I looked into these other models, and I noticed that, like, there was RAM sticks. I took the RAM sticks, implemented it into that computer, and I just kept going.
That's good, man. That's good.
Yeah, well, there was this little thing that I didn't know what it was. Come to find out later, it was a graphics card. And I'm like,
yeah.
I popped it in there, and then just everything worked after the other. Well, eventually I got it working after reading the book and what to do. Installed Windows on there, all the stuff. So months go by, it starts to overheat, and I'm like, why is it what is this issue? So my buddy tells me, did you put paste on there? And I'm like, what is that? Like, I don't know what the hell that is.
It's the gooey brown stuff, yeah, the gray stuff. yeah.
So I put that on there, and it started working again, and that's how like I came about to building computers at the age 12.
Yeah,
at the age 12, by the way.
All right. So this is all by yourself. You learned building computers, and it's something that it kind of gives you that little bit of joy because you actually build it yourself, right? It's not like you just buy the package, you open it, and you plug it in. But it's you buy the parts, or if you're getting the parts, you actually build it yourself. And when it boots up, and it's working. And then that's the early days of the PC, and then people got into modding, right? And then people modding, and they're like adding extra fans in there, and they're putting like RGB lights in there and stuff like that, and it starts to build up. Yeah. And then you think, okay, I need some extra hardware in terms of, okay, I have to get more RAM, and if I get more RAM, I get a better graphics card. And it just builds up and builds up. But before you know it, you got like a system that's like a monster, right? It's like, whoa.
But at that time, the internet wasn't built the same as it now is now. So you couldn't YouTube things. At the time, you couldn't do a lot of different things. Like it wasn't like.
It was like dial-up, right?
There.
It was like dial-up.
Yeah,
yeah.
It was it was low speed. Like Maple Story took 10 days to download and stuff like that. Like it's not the same as it is now. Like the revolution of technology and the internet is insane compared to what it was then when I would play.
It has really grown over the last the last 10 years, but then before that it was just picking it up, and then I think the internet really kind of like brought everybody together, and then you got the social medias and things like that, but the gaming kind of community's always been there. And I remember even people going to LAN parties. I'm sure you've been to some of the LAN parties, right? And bring your own PCs,
Halo days.
You bring your own huge monitors and stuff like that. But it's the whole community, and it's so fun having to meet the same people, the right people, and you're playing around with the same, the kind of just get the community was so good back then, and it is now. But everything's online. Everything's online now. You don't get to see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it's all good. And I think every year before the pandemic, they had the PAX, right? They have the PAX at both the East Coast and the West Coast. So the gaming conventions in the US. So those are big conventions where people just, join up and have fun with that. So hardware aside, I noticed we'll talk a little bit about the Xbox later because you've got a new toy, right? And we'll come up with your thoughts on that. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about gaming and streaming. So how do you get involved with that? And of course, tell us your handle. How to find you and how to follow you and stuff like that. So go ahead.
Okay. Well, originally when I started streaming, it was Justin TV, and it was just for fun. It was a trial thing. I was on the laptop, and it wasn't that big of a deal when I was doing it. It was a big of a deal for people like Tally, who I watched, who was generally the guy like that I would watch every day that I could. And the more and more I learned about it, it was cool. I got into I was super into the Call of Duty community. So at that time, like I was doing YouTube videos and then converged over to live streaming because I felt like live streaming you could connect better with people. You could have a big community that was more interesting and more fulfilling because you can actually be chatting with them constantly. Yeah, you can comment on a YouTube video, but I feel like there's more of a connection with your stream when you're actually like
It's like
in there to chat with them hands
like
on.
a live interaction, right? So I mean, people that you
Yeah.
see on the chat right now, you can interact with them. Like I said, like George, how's it going? And Benjamin, yeah, they're online, and we can
Yeah.
bring up the chat and talk to them and stuff like that. So it's all interaction, and of course, some of the games. Describe some of the games you've been playing. I mean, go ahead.
Well, I played Godfall recently. I just came back. So Godfall was like the first thing I touched. I was kind of let down, and I'm sure a lot of other gamers were let down because it didn't pull you in
As
like
much.
you thought it would.
Right.
Like the story was kind of lacking, the gameplay was repetitive, but it was still an enjoyable game. Like it had its perks.
Yeah.
But then of course World of Warcraft is just the biggest thing. VR chat is also a big thing. Like I have
this is your channel, right? And
yeah.
You're playing which game on this one? Is it World of Warcraft? What is it? What game is this?
Yeah, that's WoW.
Oh,
that is WoW.
Wow, yeah. Well,
Yep,
a friend of mine,
Warcraft.
a friend of mine is really into WoW, and yeah. So you got really into the WoW scene, and you're playing that regular now, right? So how do you actually got onto the community and like playing this game, and do you find it like a big following for this game?
Yes. Back in 2012, I was actually playing World of Warcraft. I started playing it, leveling my warrior. Originally was Fury, moved over to Arms. I noticed like in the mornings when I would play it, I'd have European viewers, and that's my community build is European viewers because they're very connectful. They're very resourceful.
Yeah.
American viewers are at night, of course. But like I like streaming in the morning because I feel like there was more involvement and people were actually like connecting with you, telling you how to build up your character, how to PvP better, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it was resourceful, really resourceful. So I like that. Like that's one thing I like about the WoW community is like it's big, but it's also traffic jammed on Twitch right now. It's hugely traffic jammed. So connecting with your community again after disappearing for 2 years is kind of like restarting.
yeah. They say about that when you actually Twitch and you're streaming your gaming, and if you leave for maybe a couple of weeks or even a month, you have to rebuild again. But I think it's that community. I mean, you get the people that you know, and you just join back in and kind of rebuild slowly. So your handle is RobTheLegacy, right? And is that
RobTheLegacy across all platforms, except for YouTube. I'm rebuilding YouTube right now.
Okay, cool.
I got locked out of my account on YouTube, and I don't know how to reconnect it. They keep telling me that the phone number isn't active, and then they're like sending me this email. Of course, I can respond to that email, get the numbers.
Yeah,
but that doesn't work. YouTube's a lost cause for me.
Okay,
Same thing with Twitch, kind of because of the DMCA Act, which has been interesting.
Yeah, so has that affected you in any way, or is it just mostly just the big streamers? But is that affecting you in any way?
Well, I had to delete all my videos.
Oh, really?
Past.
Honestly,
like all my history, like everything's gone. Like because what they do is it's based on a server, and if it's connected to your channel still, you have the viable act of getting that strike again. And because it's saved to the server, they can strike you whenever they want.
So so you can't even like download the previous streams that you had before. You just didn't get enough time. What was
there's just so many of them. There were so many of them, and I wanted to stream again, and because it was happening so quickly without like real like heads up, hey, delete this. We won't strike you because we're trying to clean up the mess, which they should have done.
Yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare, that one.
If they would have done that, I feel like that would have been better for the community. But they didn't do that. They kind of just said, you figure it out. And they're like, and their biggest fix to that was, hey, just mute your game audio. Mute your game audio. and you'll be okay. You won't have to worry about that copyright strike. But
That's yeah, but that doesn't make any sense, and it doesn't work because especially if you're chatting to the people, chatting to the the streamers and the fans and all your followers and stuff like that. You're watching you need that interaction. You're speaking to them and you're playing music in the background. That's like that's an impossible ask, right? And
yeah,
nightmare.
it's something they need to figure out. I'll say that on
Yeah.
Twitch's behalf, they definitely got to figure that out. They were built off of gaming, and now they're trying to aim into IRL, which is very obvious. Because we got more IRL streams, which is really cool. We got the fitness IRL streams, we got the talk shows now, which is cool and all. But you got to keep, you got to cater to your gamers too. You can't just cater to the rest.
That's right. Because I mean, streaming is not just about gaming. You can actually stream any content. What I'm doing, for example, right now is actually streaming the show. So with the show, you can see that it's not just about tech. We bring in like guests from different industries, different backgrounds, and we talk about some of the stuff that they're involved and stuff like that. So yeah, it's all good, and I think it's a way to bring in the community together and stuff like that. Cool. Hey, look, we got Jackie Lynn.
George.
It's
George and my girlfriend Jackie.
Jackie. Welcome to the show.
Yeet.
Welcome to the show.
We like to say on VR chat.
Cool. Oh, great. All right, so tell us a little bit about your other channel or other, the thing that you do. You say the fitness, right? So I see that you do a lot of the fitness. You go to the gym a lot. Is that mostly just the bodybuilding, or is that the kind of exercise that you do?
Well, I've been trying to gain weight over the years, which I was lacking hard in the beginning. But I learned that everybody's body is built different. You can't look at everyone and be like, I'm going to get the same body as him by following their results. It don't work that way.
Yeah.
And because that's like pressured on people, they don't realize that. Nobody's built to be like everyone else. Yeah. You can either be a swole guy. I mean, it works with the nutrition, but that takes time. Yeah, everything takes time, it's a repetitive little situation, but it's more so because I want to feel healthy and keep my diagram of going up 3 flights of steps every day and it's been something I've enjoyed for like 7 years.
That's great.
7 years ago after my breakup of whatever happened, and then gaming was like influential on that, and I was like, dang, I used to be fit as a kid.
Yeah, so
I used to be fit.
Yeah, really? Okay, cool. I mean, I just got into fitness. I think about 2 years ago, and I'm not like bulky or anything like that. I'm building up slowly, but like I said, nutrition is a big part of it, and it takes a lot of. And if you go to the gym and stuff like that, it's not just like a 1 day a week thing. You need to do at least like a minimum, I think. And 2
nutrition
to 3 times.
is so important.
Yeah,
especially because of metabolism and the structure of your body and how it intakes everything. Like, it's so important. And a lot of people, I'm gonna be honest here, like for 3 months I was eating fast food. I was doing things I shouldn't have done, and you could see the difference in the body. Like, I was like,
what's going on here?
It's true. It's true. I got a little Santa Claus gut going on. I'm like,
is that what you call it?
I'm like, dang, my family's gonna be seeing me bring the presents this year.
Oh, hey, we got David Nope. Hey, how's it going? We got Caden. Caden just woke up. Hey, how's it going? Oh, cool. Everything's it's good. We got a lot of
no
viewers.
Alcohol, he says. No, I still drink alcohol here and there. But I try to stick to like vodka because it's like less zero carb tolerance and all that stuff.
Yeah, I prefer vodka myself. Yeah, it's true.
Clear. I try to stick to clear.
All right, okay. Let's move on to our agenda parts, and that is basically the rig builder. So let me bring up the website. I think Robbie didn't see this before, so let's bring up the website. And as you can see, we'll go on to the main Funky Kit website. On the top left-hand corner, you see the rig builder, right? So if you click on that, basically it's a system configurator. You just input your criteria, and it I'll show you what I mean. Here we go. We can select gaming or workstation. We'll go for gaming, and we'll select a budget, say, I don't know, say 1750. All right, here we go. Rob, do you want to pick Intel or AMD?
For the processor, definitely AMD
All right, we'll pick AMD. And a graphics card, which one? AMD
and
or
NVIDIA.
NVIDIA? All right, so once you put your criteria in, all you need to do is hit the submit button. And what'll happen is it'll go to the Amazon and it'll bring up a list of compatible components which will best matching your criteria. So let's have a look. Here we have, it's actually selected the Ryzen 7 3800 XT. So of course, if you need something else, you can go back and then change that. But yeah, it's already selected that, so we leave that. And it should match the same CPU with the motherboard. So here you go, B550, which is correct. So that's good. Or the X570, I think we can go with the B550. I think B550 is good.
Can't the 570 go in that, just in case it's future proof of them wanting put in newer chips?
That's true. We can select
because the newer chips are definitely going to be involved with the 570
Yeah.
more so than the 550.
That's right. So we can select that and then move on to the graphics card. We got some old graphics card here. I need to update this. It's giving me the 1660.
What is it doing? Oh man, what? My buddy, I just got on to him last night about having that. I was like, man, you know what? Just get a new graphics card. If it's AMD, it's AMD for now. Just get one of them because you're gonna get power, and you're
that's true.
Literally outdated.
All right, so the graphics card, I need to tweak that a little bit. This is still in the beta stage. That's why it's still having feedback and of course comments, and we need to tweak this a little bit. So this graphics card should be at least 2070 or 2080. But anyway, forget that. We'll move on to the memory. I think this is good. Corsair memory, Crucial memory. I like these ones. The Vengeance, yeah, or possibly the Crucial. So maybe we'll go for the Crucial. SSDs. We got Samsung, Western Digital. So maybe you'll stick with the
what was it, 16 or 8, or is that 32? How many gigs was that?
It was 16 gig kit. So
okay,
yeah, it's fine. It's fine. You can do more. But it'll show
you can do more later. Like when you're first building your PC, you can always start off small and get bigger. That's the fun thing about PC.
That's right. And then power supply, we got 850. I think that's a good power supply size. And you can select the kind of brand. You got that. I haven't heard of GameMax before, have you? I'm not sure anyway. Gigabyte, EVGA.
I read the reviews on that. I don't know if it's necessarily good. Like I heard that they had some issues. Like I don't know if it's 100% true. I haven't got to try the product. Have you tried it?
Not yet.
Because I actually want to put it in my computer. And I thought about it a few times because you know how RGB based my baby is. Like, she's insane. Like she is nuts. She's just over there hanging out.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Hold on. Look at bigger screen. Here we go. Whoa, look at that. All the RGB.
That's the baby. Oh, it's hard to angle the camera, but yeah.
That's nice.
She's just all RGB'd out.
Yeah, that's the way to go. All right. Okay. I think Gigabyte. I'll stick with that. That's a good brand. And 850 plus gold, so that's good. Case, fractal design. We got the I like this one, NZXT. I like this one, so maybe I'll select that. And then once you're happy with the list, all you gotta do is buy now. But actually, it doesn't buy now. It'll give you a list of components, which from the choice, and of course, anything that's not listed or not available, you can go back and reselect. Of course, we don't want the 1070. That's kind of old. But yeah, so it's still in the beta stage. It's lots of feedback and tweaks that we need to adjust on this. But yeah, hopefully this is something that we want you guys to use and give some feedback on this. This is the Rig Builder System Configurator from Funky Kit. All right.
It's also good when people are designing their websites, like you say, when they actually listen to their users and not just be like, "Oh yeah, it's gonna work." Because the more you're able to interact with your community, it's better for them, like
yeah
I feel like that's where some websites lack, and I'm just like, I never touch them again. They're kind of like ancient history to me after that.
Hey, we got Darryl C. That RGB though says he likes your RGB.
Yeah, that's my buddy.
And then we have right. How's it going? Welcome to the show. Then we have our grandparents who likes Noctua and fractal design. Okay, cool. All right, so